go back to what I was asking you, man. And I gotta ask you, Prescott. You think we should own prisons? You think black people should invest their interest into prisons and rehabilitation centers?
Michael Jordan do it.
No, that's the wrong one.
Hey, look, real talk. The whole idea that somebody like privatized prisons is asinine. That's
crazy.
It's the dumbest shit ever. Yeah. The government is the only people who can put somebody in prison.
Right.
So why would you like sub that out to somebody else? It's retarded.
Because it's basically because it's somebody else's personal gain.
It created at the time it created an ecosystem, kind of like how they privatized, like how they did mortgages at one point in time, and subliminally they gave it to, like, it was a way to boost it. They looked at it a way to boost the economy and get their pockets rich. Right. However, my question is, as we see that they incarcerate us, but we leave it up to them to rehabilitate our culture. So that's an epidemic, and they come out here and they screw. Why can't we get monetization off of it and we rehabilitate our own?
Because first of all, it's a conflict of interest to try to rehabilitate. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because money is the root of all evil.
The love of money.
The love of money. Because when you go, first of all, it always starts out with a nice perspective or a nice idea. But at some point, you're still going to try to push the bottom line. So the rehabilitation will get lost in because that's what happens. Like, look at us, and I hate to say it, look at some of the HBCUs, the misappropriation of funds. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, because I hate to say it, it's like, all it takes is one bad apple or one person that's trying to get an ill gain out of the situation for the whole movement to be led astray. And so that's why I think it's a dangerous game when it comes to the prisons investing into it, because it's like, okay, you're making money off of the back of people still going to jail. I don't care what your plan for them is when you get there.
Yeah,
you know what
we still make up 50%.
And if you start to make a certain amount of money from these people in jail, unless people start going to jail, you like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest problem with privatizing any type of prison, anything. Like, prison should never be privatized at all. Right. Like, there's no way I can't send another person to jail.
Yeah.
You know. So why should I have be able to make any kind of profit off of it?
It's like a student making money off of somebody going to ISS.
Is, we talking about right. You guys act like I'm bringing up something that don't already exist. It's just not. It's just in another culture.
You said that we should do it. What I'm saying is, like, we are the majority. We are the target audience. So it's like,
what I'm saying is,
it would be a conflict of interest to us for us to build more, because what's going to happen? First of all, how do you invest into a jail?
You saying you'll build a bigger, better prison?
No, what I'm saying is I look at it differently.
You still got to fill that jail with somebody, though.
It's already, like, we're not affecting the criminal justice system on who goes to jail or not.
Right.
Our job is, like, after the fact, we're housing them and rehabilitating them back. That's where the conflict of interest is not.
But then
because we're not.
Your conflict of interest, I'm about to tell you, your conflict of interest, though, is the fact is, if you're rehabilitating them, that means you're trying to dwindle the population of jail, right? So you're going to lose money in the long run, because you're going to have less people coming in. For your goal is to have less people coming in jail, right?
But I think his point is that we're not talking about the number. We don't affect the numbers that go to jail. We're trying to affect the rehabilitation. So since we can't control who coming in, because they're going to keep sending us in, but we keep sending better ones out.
Okay? So I can see that idea, but what are you doing with the funds? The funds would need to go back into our culture for a good fast.
I get what he's saying, but that's a horrible business model.
Because
if you know the government finna send the same amount of people into jail, my funds stay the same.
My problem is not the idea; it's the fact of having that faith in the humans to do right by it. Because the idea and the infrastructure of America was supposed to be democratic, but politics and the people that run it, what happens is you're still conflicted when it comes to.
I'm just saying right now, it's a lot of billionaires has gotten rich off prisons, and you guys are looking at a lot of the social issues of it, and I'm looking at it straight from a capitalist. We need capital to to build our next big idea to get our next generation to another level. However, I'm looking at it straight where the money is. You like, well, what if it runs out? If it runs out, move to something else. Move to real estate. If it runs out, move to this.
Why you can't just invest in strengthening the ones that we already in felony? Hell, you could do that just by
you tell me investing in what?
Some of these HBCUs.
Okay.
Look at it like this.
But you, all right, you looking at
before you put money into prisons, why we can't put money into infrastructure that are already open?
That's a reoccurring.
To keep our young men out of prison.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why go to another investment when we are not even
why limit you? And my thing is, why limit yourself to just one investment?
No, but we're not even actually pouring into that investment yet. Okay. You got to understand what I'm saying. You went to an HBCU.
Because me, I'm not investing in a prison.
I think what it is, the thing is, I understand your whole point, but I think you still trying to negate on why my point ain't valid.
I'm not saying it's not valid. I'm just saying that it wouldn't make sense to skip to that one when we got other things
it's
that
already epidemic and we there.
I get you.
And we also in school too.
It's a little morally unbalanced. I'll give you that.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, but I mean, it is a valid way to make money. You know, if you can deal with that, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and feel like you okay with doing that, then you know.
Hell, we can also finance ourselves. That's just like the government funding themselves with the country war, for the country war with cocaine. Yeah, it's like, it's an investment to fight something for good, but I'm like, God damn it, we gotta suffer to make money.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's not like you're gonna go in there and send these people in there and they come out being great. But I'm like, all right, how about we do it like this? If we're going to invest and make this a rehabilitation spot, everybody that come out of here and they finish their course, we're going to give them a stipend to be able to go to a university. It's like you got to have something on top of it. You got to have a depth to it. You can't just basically say, we're going to build a jail, because we're not going away from anything that they're doing. Because we can claim that we are rehabilitating, but that takes that person that's actually there and those individuals that's actually there to actually stand by their job and the honor code of actually having the best interests at heart.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Be used differently.
That's the problem because it's always an issue with you having, like, we have schools that want to focus on giving the resources to people that are underprivileged, but we also have motherfuckers that ain't giving the kids none attention at those schools. Right. So it's like your money is still at the mercy of human.
Yeah, and that's why you remember when you sent me that text this morning, I was just like, it's cool as long as you if you really putting your efforts in the right place, and actually trying to rehabilitate somebody and not trying to serve your own interests, on some look at me type shit, or I'm finna promote this or promote that or whatever you trying to do behind it. And you gonna use these people who pretty much at a disadvantage as your prop to get whatever agenda you got across, and that's what most people Most people, when they doing a nonprofit, they doing any type of charity work, it's not for those people. It's for you to say, look at me doing this stuff for these people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if it's, I guess it's good in a certain extent, but it's not in the true spirit of it all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just speaking of it from a more in-depth perspective, because you look at it from a capitalist point of view, but as a capitalist, you also are trying to make money. At the end of the day, that's gonna be the bottom line for a capitalist is to make money. So it's like so you can't have two wives when it comes to the situation. What is gonna be your lead agenda? Because that's why most things that push for good are supposed to be nonprofits. Because
I also think that it'll push an ecosystem where if you have a black owned prison, that means with pushing their own agenda, meaning they can push their doctors and nurses and true rehabilitation centers for their own to get back into society. You know what I'm saying? And you still getting these funds that's coming through. We already got the health bill there, so we can get health care. So that's already there. Obama already planted them seeds. We also need to put ourselves in the games that our other cultures that's playing that's getting rich is all I'm getting at. We can't, just because it's morally wrong, but it's still flowing through. We not and that was the issue with the drug war and why now they realize we got to let some of these laws go. Cause shit, y'all was bringing in the dope in the 80s and it was fueling. This money was helping during the recessions of the Reaganomics. This was helping them getting rich and pushing the economy. But the blacks right there found a way to make the money, and that's how they looked at it. they saw how they affected the economy now. I mean, affected their own people.
But they found ways to make money off of it, but they also fucked up a whole generation in the process.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, end of the day, though.
You can't dispute that.
Nah.
And you got a whole bunch of dope boys that got glory stories.
Yep.
But the difference where I see if the government is already putting 50% of our people into jails, and we own that jail, like you said, the disbursement of them billions got to be different.
Yeah.
Where the difference between the dope game is we was the one fucking our own people.
Right.
But in this case, we just own the house that the government who's fucking our people is sending them to. Right. And if we do a better job of sending them back out, like you said, like if you make it out this program, I'll send you to college.
Exactly. Or I'm gonna give you a stipend.
Then you do have two wives. You making your building and you helping your society. So
I mean that it sounds great.
It sounds good.
It sounds real good.
Great. But,
like
you know, once you get in there,
human nature.
Yeah.
And another thing, how many prisoners that's in prison that really need rehabilitation would give a fuck if it's owned by black or white?
Yeah.
I mean,
they still gonna do what they do in there.
And if you're gonna do like prison rehabilitation, like I think a lot of people when you think about prison, you think about punishment.
Yeah.
You know, like. And he'll feel like, oh, he's not being punished enough for what he's doing.
Right.
He's like, this is too easy
too
for
lax.
him. Yeah, it's too easy for him in jail. But that's not how you shouldn't think about somebody in jail as a punishment.